Hi, my name is Ms. Nabarrete, and I am a pre-college advisor with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Tarrant County's TRIO Educational Talent Search Program, otherwise known as ETS. Today, we are going to talk about the cost of attendance, basically how much it costs to go to college and how you can find that information online. Also, we will talk about things that you can do to reduce those costs for you and your family. The cost of attendance is also known as COA, and it is an estimated total amount of expenses for an academic school year. COA typically consists of tuition and fees, room and board, textbooks and supplies, personal expenses, and transportation. Every college is going to have a different COA, and that's just because every college is different, whether it's a public college, a private college, a community college, in Texas, outside of Texas. There are a lot of different factors that are going to affect a school's COA. So think of COA as a sticker price for a school. COA can be split into two different categories, direct costs and indirect costs, and these are already comprised of the things we just talked about. So direct costs are costs that you pay directly to the college. This includes tuition and fees, which is how much it costs for you to be a student with that college, and room and board. So if you're staying on campus, you're going to need a dorm room and a meal plan. Some of these costs can fluctuate depending on your selections. So if you're living on campus, you can choose a dorm. It may be an older building and with more than one roommate. This would be cheaper than getting a private room with no roommates and in a brand new building. Also, your meal plan can be lessened as well. So if you were planning on going back home on the weekends, you can choose a 5-day meal plan instead of a 7-day meal plan. Now, every school is different, and so all of their plans are going to look a little bit different, but this is a way that you can reduce a little bit of that cost for those direct fees. Indirect costs is the second category in cost of attendance. Indirect costs are fees that you're paying not directly to the school. These are going to be paid to other entities. Indirect costs consist of textbooks and supplies, transportation, and personal or miscellaneous expenses. Textbooks and supplies are an indirect cost because you don't have to buy your textbooks from the campus bookstore. That's going to be a lot more expensive than either renting textbooks with Amazon or Chegg, or even borrowing or splitting the cost with a friend. Those are all things that are very possible. You just kind of got to do the work to get those costs down. Transportation is also an indirect cost because if you are bringing a car on campus while you're in school, you have to pay for the gas and you're paying for oil changes or other maintenance. The last thing is personal or miscellaneous expenses. This is basically like spending money. So if you're wanting to go get pizza with friends, or maybe you ran out of toilet paper or shampoo, those are things that you have to pay for. So personal or miscellaneous expenses is basically just setting aside money to cover those kinds of costs that are going to pop up throughout the year. Here we have the website for University of Texas at Arlington, or UTA. We're going to go ahead and look for a search bar, which pretty much every college website does have this kind of tool. You'll hit search and you'll want to type in cost of attendance. It'll bring you to some search results, and you're going to have to do some clicking around to make sure you find the correct page that you're looking for. Since I did this beforehand, I know it's under average cost with the Financial Aid and Scholarship Office. That's usually a good sign that you found the correct information if it's under the Financial Aid Office. So here we have average cost, and it's going to be for the 2020 to 2021 academic year. So the next school year. You're going to want to look under undergraduate because these are students who are entering college for the first time without a bachelor's degree. Here we have all the categories that we talked about earlier: tuition and fees, books and supplies, housing and meals, transportation, and personal miscellaneous. So they have the approximate cost for all those different categories and the total cost at the bottom. So an undergraduate at UTA for 1 year is going to cost $27,996. So that's just the sticker price, but again, we talked about those other things that you can do to lower that number. One thing to note is here they do have information for non-residents. So if you were not a resident of Texas, you would be paying $16,880 more on top of the $11,000 tuition and fees. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to go to school out of the state you currently reside in. So any school that's not in Texas, you might have to pay even more for tuition and fees just to attend that school. We also have TCU here in the corner. So we're going to look at their undergraduate costs as well, so you can see what a private school looks like. And here it is for the fall of 2020, spring of 2021. Again, tuition, SGA fees, just an added fee on there. hall costs, so that's your dorm, meal plan, books and supplies, and that is approximately $66,600. So it is going to be more than what it costs at UTA. While again, UTA is a public school and TCU is a private school. Private schools do tend to cost more, so just keep those in mind too when you're looking at cost of attendance for different colleges. I hope you found this information useful. If you have more questions about cost of attendance or any other college-related questions, contact your ETS advisor. If you're not an ETS, you should join us. We are a pre-college program that aims to help students who want to attend college in the future just learn more about it and overall enroll into college. If you want more information, please contact our director, Lisa Hatfield, at lhatfield@bgcgtc.org.